gentlemen, dude and dudettes, I'm Matt Burns.
I am John Law.
I'm Malmo.
Also occasionally known as James Irvine, I think.
Maybe.
Back, motherfuckers.
You could at least let us get... This is the burning truth, by the way. Hi. You could at least let me get far enough into the broadcast that I've done the swearing warning before you drop an F-bomb, for God's sake.
Go fuck yourself.
It's a good thing I actually have a warning on the actual episode anyway before we even go on the air.
Oh,
yes.
Stop
well, sadly, it's
down to the minorities.
As much use as a chocolate fire guard this week, but the following broadcast may contain strong language and discussions on topics such as wrestling, which contains language and themes not suitable for listeners of a nervous disposition, younger listeners, and certain other listeners. This broadcast may also contain strobe lighting effects.
And some of the topics may also be non-wrestling related as well.
But the language warning remains.
Correct.
You're like Sesame Street.
Do you ever regret your decision?
Who's that to?
You.
I regret it many
about
times.
Expanding the Burning Truth into a 3-man team.
I thought he'd be a great inclusion. Never thought I'd be losing my goddamn fucking mind.
Well, considering that I listened back onto your episode from last week and oh my god, I fell asleep halfway through.
At least you caught some C's. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the point is, everyone else who listens this week will fall asleep a lot sooner if they weren't writing angry letters about that foul-mouthed bastard in the background.
Which is Matt Burns. What are you on about?
Anyway.
Seriously, it is not the name of the game to just be like, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and immediately bellow, cunt, and hope that someone gets offended.
Well, I'm not being funny.
And that's cunt with
fuck.
a K.
Yeah, K-U-N-T-A-H.
Kianta.
Right, anyway. We need to get back on the topic. Let's just get on to this.
Yeah. That was the usual preamble bollocks. This is the Burning Truth. We are, amongst other things, going to talk about wrestling. So, what are we going to talk about this week, Matt Burns?
Actually, before we get even to the wrestling topic, we're still saying that we're still in full support of Black Lives Matter and of course, hashtag speaking out.
Of course, that should go without saying, but unfortunately, we still need to keep reminding people because it's still important.
It's still important, but we've also got a bit of a shout out later on the episode as well.
Yes. Right, yes. We still support that. That's all good. Lovely. What wrestling stuff must we talk about to fill your wonderful evening this particular evening?
Seeing as we're getting closer and closer to a pay-per-view,
Yep.
We're going to discuss
the traditional start of the year.
Yeah. We're going to discuss...
Oh, wait, no. Hold on.
We are going to discuss pay-per-view names with match names or match gimmicks.
Yeah, basically, themed pay-per-views. Yay or nay?
Evan?
I was going to say then, are we going theme matches, match themes? Are we going...
Yeah, we're definitely going for that option.
Basically, what we're going to be, it's going to be covering all of it really, because we're going to be discussing on if they should be there, if not, what should be there, our own thoughts on it.
With a nice side tangent on the sheer number of pay-per-views that WWE put out in a given year, conveniently linked to what's happening this year on that much hyped thing, the road to WrestleMania.
But before that, can you just do me a favour? Can you really do me one big favour? Just give me 20 seconds whilst I just run my furry fucking can of Monster.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Monster Energy. Other energy drinks are available, and we are not endorsed by and do not support Monster Energy in any paid way.
Just
buy my Monster.
Good Lord.
Also, no. Let's make this slightly safer. Buy our merch. I mean, you two's merch because I still don't have any, but buy it anyway.
You know, I actually just realised I burped about 5 minutes ago, and I would like to say that I am very, 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 very not sorry.
That's why we glazed over it and just paid no attention because we know you're impolite.
Well, it was more like a burp, you know, when it's a bit of vomit and a burp.
Yeah.
Right.
Essentially, we figured, but we tried not to mention it.
Anyway, let's get back on the topic.
Yeah, let's try, shall we, and stick to the topic. So the topic is pay-per-views.
Pay-per-view names, essential. Now, we all know that some of the big four have actually got some the actual match types within the name of the event.
They have themes. That was the point. The big four do, the rest don't.
Well, the Royal Rumble, TLC.
The Royal Rumble.
Yes. No.
WrestleMania.
That's a good example.
SummerSlam and Survivor Series. Royal Rumble and Survivor Series more than the other two. The other ones are just sort of, WrestleMania's like the big one, and SummerSlam's just like the shit. There's still ages to go until Survivor Series, so let's do another big one. But the point is, a couple of times a year, namely once at the beginning, once at the end, the Rumble and Survivor Series, plus, of course, having gimmick matches in the other two big shows, like when the Money in the Bank ladder match was a part of WrestleMania, is a good idea. Having every show themed around a specific match type, not special.
Where have we seen
not
that?
Not a good
happen?
idea.
Where did we see that happen before?
Well, look, I can't grief them too badly because obviously I voted TLC as my favourite pay-per-view of 2020. But
no. We're not saying
this is
the
not
pay-per-view
on
themselves
that specific pay-per-view
or the matches. We're on about just the title of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, we're basically saying the early 2000s pay-per-view era. You know, No Mercy, Vengeance, Armageddon, Bad Blood, No Way Out. Just names for pay-per-views that sounded vaguely menacing, but meant that they could feature, as long as it could loosely be described as a wrestling match, pretty much anything. And they weren't hamstrung and had to find their way to shoehorn shit into a theme that they only loosely do half of the time.
See, I always liked Backlash. I did.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, it was one of my favourites, and obviously 2000 when Austin came back, it was fucking brilliant.
Exactly.
No. Good example.
And don't get me wrong, there are also examples of when themed pay-per-views as a one-off work. Or in this case, spectacularly don't, but the premise was sound in theory. I'm talking Invasion. But to have, like, every pay-per-view, like, oh, look, what's happening this month? It's TLC. What's happening next month? It's Elimination Chamber. What's happening the month after that? It's Money in the Bank. Oh, I wonder what could possibly be on those shows. I mean, I understand WWE's desire to monetize those matches, but wouldn't they be more of a draw if it was a case of, like, they brought out the Elimination Chamber as a settle for a feud once every couple of years, rather than forcing us to watch two of them every year, like it's some kind of ritual they want to create, but which completely devalues the match?
And bearing in mind the fact that you mentioned TLC.
Yeah.
Don't forget that they actually had 1 year where it was tables, ladders, chairs, and
stairs.
And with stairs.
Yes, I remember.
I miss the good old days when the hardcore matches were on.
Yeah, but they don't have hardcore matches anymore.
We don't have hardcore matches anymore. We have 24/7 matches.
Yeah, we have the TVPG Hardcore Championship, also known as the R-Truth title.
Don't you mean the hide in a bin and surprise roll up?
Or R-Truth walks into a wall and gets rolled up.
Also known as R-Truth is now officially recognised as a 45-time WWE World Champion.
You know something? If anything, I think R-Truth now should be a gigantic spliff for how many times he's been rolled up.
Well, whoever is booking this shit is traditionally assumed to be high as a kite, so I can see where you're going with that.
Afro Man. Oh, I was gonna clean my
No,
room.
because of copyright.
Then I go,
Careful.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Burning Truth does not endorse
hang
any
on a minute.
form of illegal substances or narcotic use.
Hang on a moment. Allow me to tell you something. We are not playing the song. I am allowed to sing the song. I'm allowed to write the
Yeah,
beat
you can sing it as long as you can sing
finish.
it. It's fine. We just have to point out legally that we do not endorse the use of narcotics or any form of illegal substance.
Oh, it's so boring.
Don't we, Matt Burns?
I'm just keeping quiet.
Anyway, can we get back to the subject of why naming pay-per-views after their main event match is fucking stupid?
Some of them are good. If you want some case in example, the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, the Big Four, the traditional Big Four that have been with us for 30 years, the Royal Rumble Survivor Series, and to a lesser extent, SummerSlam and WrestleMania, fine. But the rest of the time, just have a mildly menacing name, as we've been through, and, like, every now and again, let's be like, ooh, they've actually been feuding for most of a year. Let's have Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns fight inside an elimination chamber so that no one else can interfere. And then let's maybe not use it for 2 years so people don't get burnt out on the concept.
Or better yet, there was one pay-per-view I absolutely miss at the moment. Because it hasn't been done for a
Bragging
while.
rights? Oh, wait, no. Nobody misses that. We'll just pretend that never existed.
No. That got merged
Bearing in
into
mind, it's
Survivor
basically
Series.
Diet Survivor Series.
Anyway, back to where I was originally going to say.
Go
There's
on.
one pay-per-view I absolutely missed, especially because it was always in the middle of the year, usually. And, it was usually in June, the actual pay-per-view was.
Is it the one that you would be possibly referring to that might have connotations that would be right up Irvine Street?
That can depend. That can go in so many ways with the pay-per-view name.
I was just about to say that could be what?
that could just. I dare say the pay-per-view
it's
name.
the nickname that Irvine doesn't want made public that people give him when they know him.
What, King of the Ring?
Yeah. Shit, sorry, did I say that out loud?
What, King of the Ring?
I'm not saying that.
We have a propensity for jewellery, don't we? Get
You mean bumhole?
Gutter if you thought, no, I'm things you put on your finger that are made of precious metal.
Yes, he said it. Things that I put on my finger, ladies and gentlemen.
Which, in Irvine's case, is extended to, but not limited to, arseholes. Apparently, he's just admitted that live on air.
I'm sorry, JB, on this one. But Irvine has just had you do a almost classic Owen Hart failure when he said, that's why I kicked your leg out your leg. Sort of.
What you're basically saying is Irvine making me describe what rings are is somehow fine, but me saying that he likes bumholes isn't. I'm not sure I follow.
Nothing wrong with a bit of bumhole. It's not wrong until you've tried it.
Just stop Right, we are not that sort
Listen,
of
we're
podcast
trying
or
to have a
broadcast.
discussion about why Matt Burns misses the WWE pay-per-view King of the Ring. Let's keep it there, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh God, fine. If you want to be boring.
No, I actually missed it because it was a great stepping. It was another chance for mid-carders to be also catapulted into the next section of the roster.
Oh, you mean like Baron Corbin? Oh, do you remember what happened to Billy Gunn? Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. Because it really propelled
wait.
William Regal into the world title picture, didn't it?
Yes, but that was when it wasn't an actual pay-per-view, or did you forget that? And
I hate
secondly,
WWE for misusing my Mr. Regal. Don't you dare slander my Mr. Regal.
No. I actually agree with you on that one.
I agree with you. Regal is possibly the best wrestler to ever not be a world champion.
He's one of them, definitely. He's high up there. But anyway, back to
and that's including all of them that have officially retired from competition. Not
okay, let the man have his speak.
Remember that the fact that we've got our Harley races. our Owen Harts, our Bret Harts, our Stone Cold Steve Austin, cue the line, Austin 316 line.
Yeah.
But there's not. But my argument there is for King of the Ring is that there is not that many that came out of it.
Yeah,
with
for
a
everyone
lot.
that you've mentioned, there's
Kurt Angle.
the ridiculously boring tournament that Brock Lesnar won. There's Mabel. There's Baron Corbin. There's the absolutely nowhere that Billy Gunn and Wade Barrett went when they were given the title. You know, it's really as miss as it is hit, is what I think
there's a
Ryan is
problem.
saying.
There's only two on that list that you've mentioned where it was a bad choice and it was under the pay-per-view name. It was treated as a pay-per-view name, which is Billy Gunn and Mabel.
Yes.
Right? Every other bad decision was when it was reduced from a pay-per-view to just, we'll just make it part of weekly television and somehow clusterfuck it.
Yeah, but every time they did that, it just reduced its stature and made it less likely that they're ever going to restore it as a pay-per-view, which is sad.
And take into account, they even try to say, we're going to do one better. We're going to make it WWE Network exclusive. And how well did that go?
It went about as well as WWE Network exclusives generally do.
And then what even worse is, they didn't even end the King of the Ring tournament at on the WWE Network. They decided, oh no, we'll now just shift it straight into another pay-per-view for the finals.
Yeah, because, you know, another pay-per-view not called King of the Ring that just randomly has the King of the Ring tournament final match in it.
And you know what? Actually, you know, what I'm actually looking forward to, which is similar to the King of the Ring, is actually the Dusty Rhodes Cup.
The Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic?
Yeah. I love it.
I love
brilliant.
it. And they've apparently made it serious this year. It's not just 4 teams and it's like 2 weeks and it's over. There's 8, 10, 12 teams in it this year, so they're actually taking it seriously.
And it's not just
which
run on
we,
NXT.
I'm sure, applaud wholeheartedly, don't we?
And it's not just run on NXT. It's also
and it's not just featuring
205.
NXT talent either, no.
However, 205 as well. Oh, ace. Nice.
Yeah,
didn't know that.
However, to make it even worse, is the guys who are underweight, who are under 205 live, can't get on their own fucking show because of the Dusty tournament.
So you're saying that essentially, let's just pick 2 teams which are blatantly not going to be in it because they split one up and the other one's been fired. But we could have a scenario where a Dusty Cup match between the Authors of Pain and Heavy Machinery occurred on 205 Live. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
How retarded?
Well, if that... Dude, you can't say that word.
No. Not cool. That's not cool.
Dude, I thought I was not PC.
What? What? I just said it is a stupid booking decision. I did not know that.
Better. We'll leave it there. Anyway, me personally...
How idiotic, how stupid. Why would they do that?
Right.
Well, all I can say about the 205 Live guys, if they want to do that, and this is for our American listeners as well, because obviously they call it different to what we do. And don't worry, I'm not going to go out of bounds with this one. We call it a jam sandwich. That's what they need to be fed. In America, I would imagine it's a jelly sandwich.
Or peanut butter jelly time, sorry.
Oh, shut up, you fucking cunt.
Anyway.
I was going to say, for once it wasn't you that went out of bounds. Jesus, what is the world coming to?
Anyway, back to...
Good God.
My own personal point is, I wouldn't mind actually seeing the Dusty Rhodes Cup be a pay-per-view of its own.
Yeah, but seriously, can they not... Yeah, it would be nice to make it an NXT pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Take over Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. It's a bit wordy, but it would be a great thing to watch.
I think that's because they are trying to get people to actually watch 205 Live, because it's not really got many viewers, has it?
Well, no, but what I was going to say is all the people they've got who are 205 Live exclusive and occasionally appear on NXT, like... I don't know,
Leon Ruff,
Leon Ruff, August
who
Gray.
is actually in it.
Can they not make a couple of tag teams out of them and then have their matches on 205 Live so it vaguely sticks to the theme?
Yeah, Leon Ruff is actually in the tournament.
Yeah.
Teaming with
Kushida.
Oh, he's also
Yes.
I think he's up to 205 as well, isn't he? So
yes,
okay,
he
that
is.
counts.
Yes, he is. But the problem is that happened on NXT.
Yeah.
Oh, don't spoil it, because obviously I haven't caught up with. I'm the same as JB on this one.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
You sound like that fucking cat who's the no cat. No.
Right, before we lose our minds, bearing in mind, I'm going to have to put out a little bit of a spoiler because I can't fathom me brain over 205 Live. The fact that we've actually got two people, tagging against each other who went to fricking war with each other recently.
Hang on. Are two of the competitors in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic the team of Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens?
No.
Okay, because that would
Leon Ruff and Johnny Gargano?
No.
Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest?
No. You ready?
Tommaso Ciampa?
And
ding.
Timothy Thatcher?
Ding, ding, ding. On 205 Live.
That was on 205 Live?
Mm-hmm. Yep. But anyway.
What the actual fuck?
Oh, that was funny.
Less than
well, at least both those guys are vaguely. I think Thatcher's under 205, so that's sort of.
Wait.
That doesn't make any sense. But
wait, less than 24 hours. Then they were in the damn fight pit.
The what?
They did the fight pit match. So basically, they went from the fight pit match, beating the crap out of each other, supposedly an injury report, and then tagging together.
Oh, like less than 24 hours later on a different show. Yeah, I'm with you now.
It's like, what?
Is it one of these weird sort of situations where WWE have just gone, it's a different show, the rules of logic don't apply here, just watch it and shut up? Or have they tried to stitch a flimsy reason together?
No, I tell you what it is. In the words of Simon Miller, stuff just happens.
Well, yeah, we've been used to that with WWE for years, but my question was, however, we immediately all saw through it and went, you gotta be kidding. Did they try and reason it away, or did they not even bother?
Potentially trying to make out that they've got respect for each other, maybe.
Ooh, interesting. Look out for a feud for the NXT North American Championship over the course of the summer between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Thatcher, because we all know who he's a surrogate of, don't we?
And to make it even what it just looks like someone's been creeping in, looking in on the NXT booking and 205 Live booking from the main roster.
Someone who may disparagingly be referred to by one or more people on this broadcast as Skeletor.
He-Man, take a load off. Come on, get in.
Yeah,
take them drawers off.
You know, the man who won the, I believe it was the VFR award from us.
Yes.
Ew,
anyway,
filthy.
No.
Oh,
the
sorry.
VF.
Sorry, that was Cunt of the Year award.
No, you are. No,
yeah. Thin ice. Move on.
We are referring to the VFR award, not the Get the Filthy Out
the
award.
VFR award won by VKM. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I meant the Get Filth Out award. Yeah, sorry.
Not
you
that
have
one.
my apologies.
Right, hold on.
Slip of the tongue.
Put my foot in it this episode. He's just put his foot in it. Matt Burns, say something stupid that you have to apologise for. Let's get a hat trick. and make us not feel so bad.
No, because I know if I do, it's going to be one of them colossal ones where it's like you pair are just going to leave.
Yeah, I will end this call between us if he goes there.
Yeah,
No.
probably safest if he doesn't, actually. But anyway, shall we drag the conversation kicking and screaming back towards pay-per-views?
Yes.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've completely fucked up everything and we forgot where we were.
We are like a Billy Connolly comedy routine that never gets finished because he goes off on a tangent about something else and from there something else and never comes back. Except we've found our way back eventually.
It's like waking up in the morning with morning glory and, you know, not being able to finish off because you've got to go to work.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Fuck it, we'll just do it live. What the fuck was I thinking?
It is a little bit like that, Matt Burns, yes. What were
I'm
you
not even
thinking?
sorry for that. I'm not even sorry for that. Yes, we all took the old tugboat in the morning.
No!
I think you'll find at least 50% of the population don't on account of,
No,
obvious biological reasons.
No.
Why? Did he not have genitalia?
We're not touching that subject. We are going back to pay-per-view.
Oh, no, he is talking about touching himself. I think that's the problem.
We are going back to pay-per-views, and that's that. That is all. We are not debating this. We are going back to the pay-per-view matches. For God's sake!
Oh dear.
Right. Let's get back to pay-per-views. Let's get back to pay-per-view matches. A pay-per-view I thought was interesting was like Breaking Point. Was when it was basically where they ended up having a submission match as like sort of, but it didn't exactly come across. But the point being is that was a nice title because technically Breaking Point could be a submission match where you tap out or say I quit. It could be, basic when someone can't even carry on. You can even have Breaking Point be a last man standing because they can't get back up.
Can I just ask a question? Because obviously I'm
about to reach my breaking point in a minute.
Yeah, please ask a question.
This is actually a normal, well, semi-normal question. But when it comes to me not watching wrestling for quite a few years because I got bored of it because of WWE ruining it for me. What the fuck is the Up, Up, Down, Down title?
Up, Up, Down, Down title is a YouTube gaming series by
Xavier Woods.
What? Xavier Woods, or also known as Apollo Creed on that? Or is it Xavier... does he call himself Creed or?
I don't know what he calls himself on it because I don't watch it because I.
No, it's all right. I was just curious. That's all. Anyway, you doesn't matter.
It's basically an internet thing about computer games.
Shut the fuck up!
It's gaming. Anyway, let's move on.
It's gaming. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
That's it. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying about the submission match pay-per-view. I think the basis of my argument is I would rather that people weren't 2 weeks into a feud and they were shoehorned into a Hell in a Cell match because that just happens to be the pay-per-view that's coming up next.
Yeah.
I would rather that the matches happened organically and the pay-per-views were all neutral and themed around, get this, wrestling matches, rather than specific stipulated gimmick ones.
But do you know what I can see happening though with WrestleMania and Royal Rumble and stuff like that is just old wrestlers returning and ruining the actual, so you got the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar turns up, wins, yay, fuck. Or Oldberg turns up.
Oh,
like
essentially, I know what you're saying. Yeah, the whole nostalgia trip of Brock Lesnar or Oldberg could ruin the Royal Rumble for everyone, and I wish it wouldn't because that's my favourite pay-per-view. And indeed, my favourite gimmick match.
I think we agreed on this earlier. It is Bjorn Borg. Remember? Bjorn Borg?
I believe there was a wrestler possibly close to that, wasn't there?
Bjorn Borg was a tennis player, but I'm not entirely sure where I got the link to that from.
No idea.
Oh, for God's sake, Perry.
Anyway,
Fucking penis licking.
Anyway, back to
Right,
where we
okay.
were.
No, I'm taking offence at that. If I can get pulled up for accidentally saying a derogatory term for someone with learning difficulties, stop being derogatory about gay people and using it as an insult to me.
Why? I'm bisexual.
Yeah, but you clearly said that as an insult, aimed in my direction, sir.
Oh.
And I take offence.
Right.
You take offence. I've got a fence around the front if you want it. I can bring it round.
Okay, let's even the offence score, shall we? No, I'm not Scouse. I don't want to steal your fence. Okay, there we go. I've sunk as low as you. Let's move on now.
What's this Scouts got to do with this?
No
Well,
idea. I'm just
talk about
thinking-
taking fences. It's this lazy
No,
stereotype.
no,
The Scouts
no.
are all thieves, aren't they?
No, it's not.
I say lazy stereotype because it's obviously not true. Just like the lazy stereotype that, you know, this podcast occasionally makes sense, or Scotsmen are all good with their money. It's absolute nonsense, but it won't go away.
Right.
We're done.
Anyway,
You
let's
finished?
get back to our regular scheduled programming. What are your thoughts? Any pay-per-view titles that you enjoyed or disliked? Irvine,
Yes.
would you care to name some of them, please?
Survivor Series. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
You mean
No.
you don't like its modern incarnation, or you don't actually like the traditional Survivor Series matches?
The point that I was going to be making, because of Oldberg and Bjork Borg Lesnar
Yeah.
coming back, they are turning like all the big events, like your WrestleManias, like your SummerSlams, they turn it into shit.
Yeah, what you're basically saying, I'm asking, are you? I don't know, is you don't like the fact that they're being turned into give the old guys another payday shows.
Well, that too, but also Survivor Series. It's not really Survivor Series anymore.
No, I understand. It should be like 3 or 4 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches. That should be the show. That's the point of Survivor Series.
That's what I really enjoyed about Survivor Series in the 90s. It made fucking sense. But now it just does not make fucking sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Don't make sense.
Just don't
Where's
make
my
sense.
fucking monster? Where's my monster?
Shut the fuck up, you cunts.
Anyway, no, I actually
See
agree
you
with that
next
because there were some great teams in the original Survivor Series, and it was just a unique concept. And on top of that, if anybody remembers some of the original pay-per-views of the Survivor Series, I'll never forget the one year where whoever survived their match would go into the main event.
The main event,
Exactly.
which was a Survivors of Survivors match.
Exactly. And
Yeah, that would be great because
And also, I reckon you could actually turn that into 2 pay-per-views over a weekend where we could have one for the women's and one for the men's.
which leads us on to an idea that I had last week when you weren't here about how they could do that with the Royal Rumble as well. Increase the number of participants and have the men's one night and the women's another. I also think that would work. I don't know what your opinion on that is.
Yeah, it could do.
Yeah.
Could do.
But then
Just
but then we have the issue of what that and not the glistening bit thing about this is now you've actually just accidentally segued into the second topic.
Well, you know, it's not like we just throw this together. We did try.
Yeah. The fact
Well,
of
I'm
was done
like a
beautifully.
monkey. I like to throw shit at walls and hope some of it sticks.
And on this
Anyway.
occasion, it very much did, because the second topic, which we've segued nicely into, is the number of pay-per-views.
per year.
Yeah. Because, for example, in an ideal world, I think we touched on this last week. I can't remember if myself or Matt Burns talked about it on air or beforehand, but in an ideal world, if they were to do the 2-night thing for the Big Four, let's say they had a men's night and a women's night for the Royal Rumble, what they should then do is not have any more fucking pay-per-views until WrestleMania. Unlike this year's clusterfuck, where did you say, Matt Burns, that it's going to be Elimination Chamber and then Fastlane within a week of each other on the build-up?
No, that wasn't actually mentioned on the air, but thanks for...
No, I'm asking, didn't you tell me that before the show?
Yeah.
Here's an idea. It's
2 weeks, actually.
It's a brilliant idea, right? You could have Saturday and Sunday, men's and women's WrestleMania. Before that, you could have men's, women's Royal Rumble. It would make sense because not only will it give the lower card to mid-card a chance to shine...
Do you know what? Making every show like a 2-day, one for the men and one for the women, so that there's a full pay-per-view card and it gives twice as many women a chance to shine and different members of the male roster is a fucking genius idea, Irvine. And if you take it up, Mr. McMahon, all checks payable to the Burning Truth, please.
But then again...
Did I just come up with a good idea?
You have come up with a fucking stone cold classic of an idea. I wholeheartedly approve. Good work, sir.
What was it? I forgot what it was now.
Wait. You were the only problem is, I guarantee you, someone will find an argument and turn around and say, well, does that mean that they'd have to pay more money for them to do this? And
well, I'm not being funny like, well, if that's the case, then why didn't they just pull a bum hair and see how long it takes for them to cry? I couldn't give a shit. Let them take it.
No, I quite agree with... I know what Kyle is...
You mean because... You mentioned me cousin. Anyway, let me just go back to it. The point being is... Leave me cousin out of it. Anyway, the point being is...
I know what the character from South Park is saying.
Right.
I also know what Matt Burns is saying, but I agree with what Irvine is saying about it.
I agree, and I was actually going to side with Irvine on this because we know that some people will argue that point, case in point. But then last time I checked, aren't they bloody contracted to be working regularly for each, each month? And on top of that, basically, it would actually stop people from staying at home and getting paid a full wage to not do anything.
Exactly, because it would open up opportunities.
Case in point, it's not like we've got anybody who's stuck at home not doing any wrestling lately, not since, when was the last time you wrestled, I believe? Aleister Black?
Yeah. As an aside to this, as a tangent, I have a question for you. Let's say they took this up and they cut it down to a sensible 12 pay-per-views a year, one a month, but it was really 24 because it was a weekend because they did the men's event on the Saturday and the women's on the Sunday, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Would that mean they would finally have to fully equalize the rosters in a way that they haven't yet, but which is really bugging me and probably no one else, I'll be honest, and create a women's intercontinental and women's US championship so that they have the same number of titles to fight for, so that there can be the same number of matches?
I've always said that because I believe that the women's is actually lacking with titles because all you've got is the tag team titles and the women's champion. It's a bit sexist, really. You know what? Actually,
the women's revolution only went so far, but I think they need to do that.
Actually, I think that we need to change the VFR award. It's got to be more insulting.
Go
on.
Oh, no, I'm just thinking that we should come up with ideas to make it more insulting. I didn't say I've got an idea.
Oh,
My God, what do you think I am, a fucking genius?
Well, no, you've already had one gold-plated fucking A-star idea. It's all right. We don't expect you to have any more. Just calm down.
Exactly. Calm the fuck down.
And it's it's not like we've got an entire year to even plan it out.
No, exactly. But no, I'm glad that you agree again. Bloody hell, we've agreed twice in one show.
Yeah,
is one of us not feeling very well?
Anyway.
Well, we've insulted quite a lot of people, and we've agreed with one another. I think hell has frozen over.
I genuinely think you might be right. Shit, we agree again. What's going on?
I'm leaving.
I like where this is going.
But yeah, there need to be people moan about titles, and there being too many of them apparently. But yes, there are too many men's ones. They either need to retire one of the Intercontinental or US titles and just create a women's version. Or here's an idea: make the United States Championship a women's championship and just have the Intercontinental as the men's, the US as the women's. There you go.
You know what?
Stop.
That's actually a really good idea. Because then we wouldn't see Bobby Lashley missing a stamp on a foot.
Exactly. And who needs that shit?
I'm sorry, but that's not his fault, actually. Some of that might be down to the camera work, people who didn't realise that the...
Yes, how dare the camera focus on Lashley's ineptitude?
That's like literally... That is like saying, Titus O'Neil,
no.
run down to the ring and don't slide under the ring.
Oh, no. What makes it even more funny is the fact that over that segment, I believe, is it Kevin Dunn?
The executive producer?
Yeah. Was supposedly absolutely livid and Vince over that little mishap.
I can imagine. It was probably on a par with Royal Rumble 2001 when some wise ass of a director made sure that they cut very specifically to the camera angle that showed that Matt Hardy's dropkick on his brother Jeff missed by 3 feet, but Jeff still sold it.
Yeah, but sometimes these things happen in wrestling because didn't you know? I hate to spoil it for you.
No.
No, but my point is they had
spoil
27 cameras in the arena to choose from, and they
No,
willingly cut to the one that made it look the worst.
Let me spoil it for you. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that wasn't where he thought you were going to go, was it? But
Yeah,
he's right.
see?
Bloody hell, he's right.
Batman's-
Stop it. Stop making me agree with you. I'm feeling very uneasy.
Am I making you feel vulnerable, baby?
Now I just feel sick, but okay.
I feel concussed, confused. I don't know where I am.
That's how I like it.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No.
No.
Anyway. Back on to
Yes, but so yeah, I think we've hit on some gold here, Irvine. I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Intercontinental title men's, United States title women's, one each, and a night for each pay-per-view.
Yeah. But
because let's face it, WWE are shoehorning more and more pay-per-views into the calendar year to try and make more money. So, boom, if you have one a month, that's 12. But if you have one, and if you're 2 night events, boom, that's immediately 24. But you're in the same place and it's no more effort, so it doesn't cost any more money. So everybody wins.
Exactly.
But take into account, they're probably doing it this year, probably throwing it in at the moment, currently, due to the fact, and you've got to take this into account, there is no live house shows at this moment in time. So they're probably... Wait, no. Let me finish. Right. In regards to Irvine's idea, which I think is an absolute stellar idea,
Don't stop, carry on. Don't mind us.
I will just point out, if they are going to do the two pay-per-views, like you said, it should only be on the big 4 pay-per-views. But then immediately, as soon as you've got the big 4 becoming now the big 8, do we say to them on the other pay-per-views there should be less of them?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
I think if anything, we should be having.
There should be 1 pay-per-view a month. So technically 2 because it's over 2 nights, 1 for the men and 1 for the women. But they should alternate. There should be 6 WWE ones a year, every other month, and in the intervening months there should be 6 NXT ones. So we always get a show a month, but it's 1 every 2 months because it alternates between WWE and NXT. That's what I would do anyway.
But then again, bearing in mind that WWE is wanting to make more money, and seeing as 2020 was their most profitable year, never mind the fact that they fired a lot of people. But anyway, let's just get on to the fact that with WWE is, at this moment in time, they're going to be aiming to plug more shows at the moment. Case in point, on the road to WrestleMania, we actually have Elimination Chamber and Fastlane. And to touch up on the first topic, I don't like the name Elimination Chamber. Why the hell did they change it from its original name? Can anyone remember it?
St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Nope.
Or do you mean No Way Out?
No Way Out.
Yeah, I like what No Way Out. What the
No
fuck
Way Out was a
happened there?
perfectly fine name for the February show.
And you makes it even more insulting.
What?
The fact that Elimination Chamber, the name of it, cannot be used in every fucking country.
No, it is
Because
not
it's
a universal
insulting.
name. It's has some rather unfortunate connotations in certain parts of Europe.
Yes, it does. You know.
Oh my God! Stop! Please, just stop! It's just, oh my God! My brain's working overdrive right now.
Wait, let me finish.
My humour will not allow it.
Let me finish it, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe the original I'm just trying to think of the name, the alternative name it has.
The alternative name for the show in the places where it can't be called Elimination Chamber make it sound like a TNA B show. It's called No Escape.
Yeah, which it's just a bit. So they chose to go from No Way Out to a name that can't be used universally.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't just call it No Way Out. I think we're all agreed on that.
Yeah, pretty much. And
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've come up with a way to revolutionise the pay-per-view business.
Yeah. Agreed.
So long as it's not run by a nonce.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. Moving swiftly on, I think bloody hell, it's a rare occasion we've all come to an agreement on something. So, is now the right time to say, get in touch on all of, or as many as you wish of our social media platforms, and tell us if you agree or disagree and what you would do differently, because this is not just us ranting, it's a discussion.
And they'll probably be telling us at some point, how do you keep sense of it all to one of us?
Yeah, probably. But also, yeah, just get in touch and tell us what you think they should do different, or if you don't think they should. That's fine.
But
Hey,
also,
Matt Burns, before you continue, do you want some tissue? Do you want some tissue, yes or no?
It is a genuine question. Please, for the sake of the broadcast continuing, just answer him.
I said no.
No? Well, how else are you going to clean that shit off the end of your nose? Oh, God, I love you so much, and I missed you last week.
He's got that out of his system now. That's good.
Says the man who's probably got it more on his nose for quite spewing out of his mouth. But anyway, let's just continue on.
I've got a bib for that.
Anyway, let's just continue on.
Could this show be
on
any
top
more
of
of a
that,
contrast from last week when myself and Matt Burns talked sensibly about wrestling for an hour, and this week we've got this.
Anyway, let's just get onto this. Let's just get onto the fact that if there's any topics that we haven't covered as well, and you want to suggest a interesting topic
for a future broadcast, yeah, let us know.
Just please pick a subject where Irvine can't somehow drive me insane.
Okay, unfortunately,
I did
no
nothing.
such topic exists, so nice try, but...
I don't think
See, we're agreed again. What the fuck is going on?
Wow, are the planets in alignment or something?
It's like I'm plundered into like some alternative dimension.
Why do
it's like I'm actually, it's Irvine, so I'm scared to use the phrase "what fall into a wormhole," but it is kind of like that.
Guys,
yes,
why can't I see 4 horsemen?
For God's sake!
Anyway, let's get back to our original scheduled programming, which is we're now going to be going from our wrestling topic to our non-wrestling topic, and oh good lord.
Yeah, well, before we shoehorn this in and get the soapboxes ready, can I just say I'm very much looking forward to the return of people driving cars very fast. It's the Daytona 24 Hours this weekend, and I'm much looking forward to it. I know neither of you are, but some of the listeners might be, so yeah.
True. And we know how busy you've been lately, seeing as you're procrastinating even blogs. Just to point out the topic of your blog.
I'm going to have to agree with JB on this one. I can actually think what he is thinking right now. That's such a dick move.
But anyway, no. I thought to just give a shout out to the blog anyway, which is an actual interesting read because, in actual fact, what my colleague was actually also pointing out is the fact that even though you might not be as busy, the point being is, I thought his message that he put on there was absolutely brilliant in the fact of let's beat procrastination.
Yes.
The one subject that I'm pretty sure that Irvine will be able to beat with any
procrastination. You mean the thing that if it was an Olympic sport, they'd have to give out 3 gold medals for because all 3 of us would win.
I don't procrastinate.
Says the guy who does Almo voices and other voices.
I swear to God, I'll come in your room, I'll cut your fucking throat. I swear to fucking God.
I can't do impressions, so you'll just have to imagine that this is a convincing impression of Cartman, but I am this close
That's not even
to saying, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Well, you already
God
are
damn
home.
it.
I'm sorry,
I
but
can't
you
do
are...
Cartman either.
I'm sorry, but aren't you already home?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's lockdown. This is, I've been here for so long, I forget where anywhere else looks like.
It's almost becoming like a Lee Evans joke. You sit there, you walk into a room and you sit there and think, why did I walk in this room? Anyway.
Yeah. Why am I asking myself? I don't bloody know. If I knew that, I'd know why I came in here.
Anyway.
Come on.
Let's get back to our original scheduled programming, which is, instead of us covering the non-wrestling topic first, let's go for the epic wrestling moment first so we can get it out the way.
Okay. What did we agree that the epic wrestling moment was this week?
I don't
suggested
know.
it, which is bad because I can't remember it.
It involves the Elimination Chamber.
What did we agree on again?
Yes, it involves one of the best Elimination Chamber matches of recent history, I think, personally, where suspension of disbelief was brilliant. It was like, you have to give the devil their due. Sometimes WWE just do things right. And this was one of them.
The fact that they actually made people believe that Santino Marella was about to
win the Elimination Chamber, and I believe as a result with that year's match, directly become world champion.
Yeah.
They actually built it in such a way that it was perfectly believable, and it had people, well, me, I don't know about anyone else, hooked, believing it, hoping for it, and for about a minute after it didn't happen, actually genuinely gutted.
Basically when he hit a Cobra on Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
I can't be involved in this one.
I was going to say, there is... Go on, you go first.
I can't be involved in this one because, I also have an epic fail moment for Santino Marella.
Well, the argument is that this particular thing, because it was Santino Marella and he was so divisive, could be seen as an epic moment or an epic fail. But I think I know what you're referring to.
But I believe you might have been... Were you missing during this time? Did you not watch this pay-per-view, Irvine? Or
I didn't know. Because for me, at this moment in time... Well, at that moment in time, not this moment in time, at that moment in time.
The moment when this particular pay-per-view happened.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, around the years surrounding that, it was garbage. It was absolute garbage. I want to wipe my arse with a banana skin.
Wait, and you're saying it's any better now?
Do you know what? That's exactly what I just thought, but I didn't say it out loud.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, we get your point, but
let Irvine say
is the other potentially epic fail wrestling moment that you're thinking about with regards to Mr. Marella?
I know one person who's going to get my point in a minute.
Does it also involve a certain Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yay! It does, yeah.
Because I completely and wholeheartedly agree. If the Elimination Chamber was an epic wrestling moment, that was an epic fail that completely undermined everything else he ever did.
Exactly.
And
Thank you. Oh no, we just agreed again. Oh my god.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was the stunning moment was actually before the Elimination Chamber moment. Just to point that out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scary.
dear.
But anyway.
And you know something? I am actually a sinner. I actually enjoy Stone Cold's movies.
Fair enough.
Just not Hunt to Kill.
Okay. That's fair enough. What have you watched any of that TV show that he does that's basically the Stone Cold Krypton Factor, where he gets people to do impossible things?
Yeah, I actually quite enjoy it.
I thought it was surprisingly good as well, actually.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
A bit like me.
Anyway.
Oh, fuck you too, then.
Anyway, no. To
No,
continue
we didn't
on with
disagree. We just have to move on.
I know why you are prolonging this, and I will be cursing you later.
Hang on. Are we moving on to the non-wrestling topic now?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Because we've mentioned Santino and all of that, and it's up to you to get in touch on the social medias if you agree or disagree that it was an epic moment or an epic fail, because I think it could be counted either way.
Either way, it's an epic moment in its own right. On both of them.
So let's move on.
Okay, let's move on.
If it's possible that Matt Burns can hold it all together for just 5 minutes, let's move on.
Let us move on to the non-wrestling subject.
I would segue into it while Matt Burns collects himself, but I can't remember what it is. So
basically, this was to do with gaming.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Online, more directly, we're not on about the console gaming in general. We're more aiming at the online multiplayer games.
So largely more aimed at PC players, but not exclusively by any stretch.
Not exclusively to PC players, because from time to time you can also get the odd mobile gamer. You can also get the odd console gamer who will find some form of a loophole or anything. But anyway, the point being is this is more of a, how do we say, call out, right? In regards to, I can understand if you were on a single player mode, if you're struggling if you wanted to cheat, you are breaking your experience of the game. That, you are not doing it the way the makers of the game want you to do, but if you enjoy doing it that way, that is your decision.
Yeah. Essentially, if there's no one else in the game and it is only you're cheating, it, doesn't really count because it's not hurting anyone else.
My issue comes into play here is when it comes to the online multiplayer mode, where
there is actually other real people who you're arsing about genuinely and directly affects.
Yes. And my issue with this is the fact that not everyone has got the capability of cheating, or don't want to cheat.
I was going to say, as many again, if not more, probably have the capability, but just flat out don't want to.
Correct. What's your thoughts on this, Irvine?
Well, I was just hoping that you were still on about gaming then.
Yes, we are.
We're talking about cheating at video games. Nothing else.
Do you want a sole opinion on these scabby little pricks that like to cheat during sessions that me and Mr. Burns enjoy whilst sipping a margarita?
Or a nice, freshly chilled
beverage.
Brought by Jeeves.
Gosh.
Yeah,
anyway,
so basically, me and Mr. Burns, we like to play Modern Warfare. And obviously, Warzone is free and it's massive. It's absolutely massive. We play, we die, we rage, but we play again, we rage some more, and then we have one game where we win and boss. And we're just like, yay!
You're just like, this is awesome, we won! And then reality kicks back in.
Yeah, and then we got
lucky.
yeah, it was a fluke.
It's
but
kind
yeah.
of the same as me when I ever venture onto the Forza Motorsport online servers and race against other people. Sometimes I'll win. 99% of the time, I'll finish 8th out of the 12 people in the lobby because some of them are just frighteningly good.
Yeah, well, that's
But
what I'm saying.
that
There are
does-
some extremely good
Good
players
players.
on there.
But
And
unfortunately, the best ones always make you beg the question, well, are they that good or do they have some unfair advantages up their sleeve?
Well, yeah, this is where I come into it. There are your well-known, I wouldn't even call them cheats. I would call them advantages, like your custom controllers, where you've got extra buttons on the back, so you can crouch, kneel, drop shot, you can do the whole lot. But then you've got...
No, I disagree with that because if they're wanting to go down the control route, then it's almost like a pay to win, which is I'd agree with you. And you know what? No, Jane Ryan, I agree with you. Please continue.
Yeah, I'm going to continue. Thank you
I would
very
just like
much.
to apologise if you can hear any disturbance in the background.
Is that your pussy?
Ace, my
That's your
cat,
cat.
has decided he would like to be a part of the podcast this week.
That's fine.
Yeah, sorry, pussycat. Sorry.
Yeah. He's decided that he would very much like to join in. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to go silent for a minute while I remove him from the desk where my microphone and computer is before he breaks something. Carry
That's
on.
fine. Please continue,
That's fine.
everybody.
So, controllers. I don't think it's an unfair advantage. I don't think it's a cheat. It's definitely not a cheat.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole new skill to learn a brand new controller with a whole new set out.
Damn right.
It really, really is. It's a challenge and a half. But once
It's a
you're
chore.
there, it's amazing. You know, it can turn you into an absolutely different player.
Yeah.
But then it brings you into the reality of people who actually pay to download cheats that actually aid them in targeting and shooting
And hiding, and also making walls invisible.
Exactly. So it just don't get me wrong, we're all about wall banging. You know, you can shoot through walls. We get it. People probably know spots in the walls where we don't, where it's a bit weaker than the other part of the wall, or the guns or loadouts that they're using are completely different.
Or the other technique using probably a certain technical skill that they've learned from experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they've played the game. Basically, they've got nothing better to do but sit at home, and play PC games or console
games. Yeah.
In much the same way that some of the people who play driving games a lot, like me, they'll find certain ways to go faster. Like there are on Forza Motorsport, there are certain ways you can set up the car, which, if you were to try it at a real racetrack, would make it into an undrivable piece of shit. But the physics of the game determine that it makes you able to set, frankly, borderline, are they cheating? Kind of lap times. But you only find out by playing repeatedly, in the same way that you play the game repeatedly to find out where the soft patches in the walls are.
So I think JB was referring to Go Faster Stripes on their car.
Not directly, no.
I was just
but
that's just using it as a humorous.
Yeah, let's go with that. That's fine.
Anyway,
humorous.
It's no laughing matter. It's no laughing joke.
Thank you.
Anyway, let's go back.
Moving swiftly on.
I think that one failed.
Yeah, it did. Anyway, go back to where you were.
Right. So basically, you got the people who go out of their way and actually pay. It could be, I don't know, 50 quid, which is something like what, $70, $80 for it, for a cheat. So it helps them actually win the game. But there are actually really good gamers out there that can actually expose these cheaters. But when it comes down to the experience of myself and Matt Burns playing these games, and obviously you'll relate to this one yourself with your driving games, is that when you are average at best or just above average, with your gaming experience on that particular game. It ruins your gaming experience because you're being killed by somebody or you are being outlapped by somebody
who is basically no better than you, but who has paid for the privilege of the unfair advantage.
Exactly. And if they get caught cheating on Warzone, the unfortunate thing is they get a ban, they create a new account because it's free. And they can use the same hack again.
On their new account, as though nothing has happened, then the ban is essentially worthless.
But if you go onto the multiplayer experience and you're caught cheating on there, they take the game off you. Then you have to go. Not only do you have to buy the cheat again, you have to buy the game again. No,
you don't have to buy the cheat again because that's.
Well, I thought you did. I thought it came.
Well, I'm not sure about with PC, but if you've got it on the console, it's there. You don't have to buy it again to use it again.
It stays on it for PC. It stays on. So so it makes it even.
But still, you
worse.
have to pay more money. You have to pay more money.
You have to pay more money to be able to play the multiplayer mode, which is why you don't find them as regular on the multiplayer. It's on the Warzone mode. But this is what we are referring to, where it's the people who have to pay for a game. 9 out of 10 times you don't find anybody cheating because there's serious serious repercussions from them cheating because they'll have to pay money to get a new version of the game or a new account.
Exactly.
And everything, which is agreeable, which is where I do agree with you. The problem is the problem that they've got, and this is where they're going to say it. How do we stop them? Because one person suggested, let's do an IP check. Last time I checked, especially on PCs, it is very easy to change your IP address. It's not like I'm a technical whiz. But anyway, the point being is that is easily changeable, which is it doesn't actually stop them. If they can find a way where they can actually stop it from the actual console or from the actual machine itself, in some sort of unique way, then that would be more suitable. So then it's like, I'm cheating. Then all of a sudden, nope, boom, straight out.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. What do we actually pay our subscription for? Like, you two have got Xbox Live. I've got
exactly.
PS4.
We both pay, what is it, like 45 quid a year? What is it, like probably around the world 100 million people do? If you work out how much money that is, they could spend that money finding a way to stop people cheating. They really could.
Exactly, but they won't because they will say to us that, we are putting it into our developmental department. Well, development of fucking Cure, then, you daft
Develop
prick.
a way to stop smug bastards who can't play the game properly from having an unfair advantage and make life better for all of us.
Do you want me to tell you what's really satisfying for me? Because obviously I follow a fair few streamers on
I can
Facebook.
see where this is going.
And I find this very, very satisfying because a few of them are that good. And I can say this, hand on heart, I've actually been killed by a few of them on Warzone, and I didn't realise who they were until I started following them on Facebook. But they actually go after the hackers, or they find a glitch in the game and they expose that glitch so the hacker actually loses it. So not only has the hacker gone and paid to win more games, but they fail because these people
glitch
go out of the way.
exposed to everyone, so they can no longer use it. These kind of people are heroes.
Yeah, exactly. And there are a few, but some of them are just like online gamers, online streamers that they just come across a hacker and they manage to beat him. And it's like the hacker will accuse them of cheating, and it's called haccusations. And you're just like, I just got a accusation, bro. I made it.
Hang on. Someone who is cheating accuses you of cheating because they're cheating and you still beat them. Sour grapes, much?
Yeah, exactly. And it's so satisfying to watch. I actually feel a bit of pre-ejaculation when I hear it.
And boom, we're back in the gutter.
No. It's even better. Not just watching it, as in the watching someone beat a hacker, because it's even better when you've actually done it yourself.
I'm sensing here at some point that you have, therefore, otherwise you wouldn't bring this up.
Oh no! I have come across it once where someone tried to throw the accusation at me, And I will be honest on the situation. I had a fluky moment because all I'll just say is I threw knife randomly by accident and it hit somebody.
But that's the worst thing in the world is you are just, because all the planets have aligned, like how they have today, when everything that myself and Irvine have said, we've agreed with each other, and it's slightly scary, you are, for that brief moment, unbeatable at the game, and the first thing you get is someone going, "Yeah, cheating." That's very annoying.
No. He was the problem, right? When that happened, I got accused. I found out about this, saw the name who was accusing me, looked them up, did a bit of research, and found out they were the ones who were actually cheating, and I'd inadvertently killed them by 100% of a fluke.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm cheating because I made your cheat not work, am I? Fuck you.
Well, I didn't even cheat. That's what makes it even worse.
Oh no, that's great. Yeah. It's kind of like I had a similar a driving game multiplayer. I think it was on Formula One on the Xbox, where for whatever reason the game decided to ever so slightly glitch. No fault of mine. I didn't choose to. It might have been my internet connection, but my car was ghosted at turn 1 when Wrecking Ball Larry, let's call him, decided to bowling pin the whole field and see how many of them he could wipe out. And he went straight through my car, and it was completely unaffected. And I carried on and won the race. And I got accused of cheating.
Oops.
Yeah, I didn't, of course. It was my awful internet connection at the time. But you know how you get them in.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's the equivalent in shooting games, but the kind of
Yes,
person
there is,
who
yeah.
basically
Yes, there
thinks
is.
that every serious online Formula One or Forza lobby is an excuse to play Destruction Derby.
I have
Yeah.
I have won many multiplayer games for my team because my player and my internet connection decided to turn into God mode.
Yeah. Like I say, I've only had that the once, but it's such a satisfying feeling.
And it's like that though. I'm on Virgin Network, and the internet connection is absolutely superior to any other internet provider I've ever used before. And no, that is not a plug for Virgin Media.
I was going to say, because my internet connection is Sky Broadband, and I feel the same way, and that is not a plug for Sky either.
Yeah, exactly. So, for each reason, each to their own. But my internet connection hardly ever goes down, and if it does, it's something microscopic.
Yeah, it's something that
or major.
Yeah, but when
it's either a slight glitch that you have barely noticed, or it's total. I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but then obviously myself, I turn into God mode, and then I get accusations because I'm literally mowing down players, and they're getting upset and crying, and you hear them just crying over the mic, and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Look.
One other actual time I got accused of cheating, which was laughable because I got a dose of God mode, was the one and only time I've ever ventured onto trying to play FIFA online. I got a little minute-long period where every pass I hit was bang on, every tackle the guy made was a split second late, like a pixel out, and they genuinely thought I was trying to cheat, and I scored a beauty of a goal, and I got accused of cheating, to which my response was, dude, I've just scored one goal. You're 9-1 up. Do you not think I'd have started cheating at the start, when maybe the second or third goal went in?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I am awful at this game. I just had a slight dose of God mode. It's gone now. Carry on thrashing me and shut up.
The real funny thing about it is, Irvine is actually seeing a recent clip I sent to him recently. I believe it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Where something happens. I don't know how the hell I managed to do it, but I got accused of being, an accusation. But what made it even more funny is in the clip, it's just one of the moments where he thought he could, he's doing something, and all of a sudden I look at him, pause for a few seconds, and then manage to kill him with one hit.
Yeah, it's
it was
just
pure
God
fluke.
mode.
No, it was pure fluke because I just felt. What even worse is the fact that it was just like the fact of. It just felt like hang on. Did he just see me? Oh, crap. Don't.
Oh,
It was just
Ace
one of-
is back.
Damn.
And, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a ASMR podcast.
No, it is not.
But
This
anyway.
is a podcast that is being interrupted by a cat.
But anyway, no, we'll what we're just saying is, and what makes it even worse with this whole culture is the fact that when they have tournaments, and because they haven't got ways of actually stopping them, they are literally slipping into tournaments that involve real world money. Because and one of the most recent tournaments, I believe, there was someone who was doing really well at it, who got caught cheating
In an actual live tournament.
Yep.
Yes.
Why would you even risk that?
And what makes it even worse is there's even an actual website where you can actually look certain things up and look up KD and everything, and you can see which ones it are depending on how good your lobby is. And the scary thing about it is you can see from that lobby, whether you won or lost or anything, how many kills they've got. It's like, on average, the really good players, the genuine good players, probably at max are probably hitting about between 8 and 10 kills. Would you agree with that, Irvine?
Well, I think that, your good players end up with a KD on average of about 4.0 or 4.5.
Yeah, no. We are talking in a single match, though, on a regular basis.
What, in a single match? Are you talking Warzone still or multiplayer?
Warzone.
I've seen good players, the streamers that I watch get, on average, about 16 kills a game.
Right, and they're good.
No, they're excellent players.
That's what I'm saying. They're brilliant.
Yeah.
They're absolutely
They're
excellent.
Good players get between 8 and 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But then,
Yeah.
But then you'll come across somebody who has got a rank of below 20 overall. They're below 20, but they've got a kill rate of 25 in one match.
It'd be basically a little bit like
signs.
if it was Call of Duty. If you get someone like me who is legendarily and universally shit at that game, who I think the last time I played it on the 360, I had a kill-death ratio of something like 0.2, suddenly being the MVP of a game. It's like,
No, I thought...
you're not cheating much.
No, I thought it was going to be -5 stars.
Minus
Anyway.
5 stars.
Anyway.
No. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the point being is the fact that it's... And this is the crucial point. They're doing it, oh, I want to feel like I'm the best in the world. You're not best.
Play more. Get better.
Play more. Get
Stop
better.
cheating.
If I'm not mistaken, Dark Souls says it best. Get good.
Yeah, play more. Get good. Win on merit. Shut up otherwise.
Yes.
Because...
And don't pay for cheats, because that's just subhuman level of scummery.
And then to top it off, what makes it even worse is that you got people who are paying for cheats to be able to win money. So essentially, in their own minds, they're thinking, "Oh, this cheat's now in an investment."
Oh, guess what?
Oh, wow.
Do you remember the actual... there was a young lad that was a top Fortnite streamer.
Oh.
And he got caught. And I think he had something like £1 million mansion or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that story? And he got caught...
Yeah.
Whilst he was online streaming, and they caught him when he closed one of his browsers or something like that online.
Oh,
and you saw his cheat menu, but he's not the only one that got caught out that way. How stupid! It's like there was a female gamer that was literally. Everyone thought that she was the ultimate girl gamer,
And it turns out not so much.
She closed her browser while she was streaming on Twitch, she
Yeah.
closed the browser, and the cheat menu was fucking there, right in front of it. And they were all like, what the fuck? She got called out. She cried, and she was like, I don't know what people are talking about.
And
It
then-
was fucking
and
there,
then-
you dickhead.
and
To
then-
which people, I'm sure, took a million screenshots and were
Oh
like,
no,
don't you?
no! I actually know a bit more about this because I actually know about this because I've actually seen this on a YouTube clip. While she was crying, going, "Oh, dare you pick," it all of a sudden just stops mid sentence. The stream is over. Oh dear! Twitch
Somebody's realised what can be seen.
No, Twitch has actually noticed it, got informed of it, and pretty much ended the live stream and pretty much blocked the account.
Yep.
Well, there, that just goes to prove crime doesn't pay, kids. Stay in school.
And don't do drugs. Anyway, let's just. It's just a message that we want to just convey. If it's on for single player mode and everything, and it's only your.
And if your only opposition is yourself, your ghost for the fastest lap, or you're in career mode on Call of Duty or something like that,
for yourself,
cheat to your heart's content because you're only beating yourself up.
Or you're basically not getting the experience that the game makers want you to have. You want to do your own. That is your choice. That is your preference. That is up to you.
But don't fucking do it in online multiplayer servers because that's scummy and it devalues the game for everyone and you don't really benefit.
Actually, we could fit in the number one rule here, can't we?
What, the number one rule for Progress Wrestling and life in general?
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think that works. If
That
you're not
works.
good enough, play more. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. And anyway, before we get to our plugs, I just want to do a bit of a shout out to, well, I've got two shout outs. One of them is to the a person who I know everybody's going to know who I'm referencing here immediately. The Viking from the Jug.
Yes.
See you on the quiz soon enough.
Would his name rhyme with Mandy?
It might be. But anyway, the point being is, see you at the quiz soon enough.
Yeah, when we get done here, Batman's is going to do his local. Obviously, it's a Zoom quiz because we're in lockdown. Quiz.
Yeah, you know what we were just talking about? Cheaters.
I do not, for God's sake.
Ladies
We
and
believe
gentlemen,
you.
boys
Thousands
and girls.
would.
Mr. Burns uses goo.
No, I do not.
You do. I've seen your Pornhub account.
Excuse me?
What that's got to do with him cheating at a quiz, I'd like to gloss over, frankly, because that's a whole other can of worms. But I see what you were accusing him of.
They have a quick round on sex. So yeah.
Is that round 69 by any chance?
You know something? Actually, because considering that we've agreed on a lot today, I shall give you that one. That was brilliant. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, sir.
I do not, and bearing in mind that the subject had related of films, TV shows, and games that I actually goddamn own.
And also a lot of positions that you also know and what certain dirty things mean that even I didn't know. Dad, what's a butt plug?
You've been watching.
What's felching?
No, not even going to go there. We're not even going to go there. I am not. We are not doing that on this. We are not doing that on this.
No, listen.
Do I remember what?
Do you remember the animated series that was on? Was it Channel 4? The short one, Angry Kid.
You sounded like him. I was just about to point that out.
Dad, what's a butt plug?
That's why I thought to myself, you sounded like him, who, if I'm not mistaken, it was voiced by Joe Pasquale.
Yeah.
There is only one human being with a voice just like that.
Yeah, anyway. Back to everywhere. All I'm just going to say...
Dad, what's a wanker?
We're just going to go into an important shout out that I've already done one to the Viking from the Jug, but this one I'm going to point out because it's something I feel as though me personally should have done a few weeks ago, potentially, or even last week if necessary, but not got round to it. So I am doing it now. I hope my colleagues will also join in because the very fact that it could actually involve them as well.
Well, okay, tell us what it is, and then we'll know if we can join in.
The shout out is in regards to the unrecognised front workers that is heavily under pressure at this moment in time due to the global pandemic. And when I say the not so recognised ones,
you don't mean the obvious and globally recognised ones, such as nurses and doctors and people who are administering the vaccine or anything like that. You mean the slightly more secondary but still equally important ones, like hospital porters and supermarket shelf stackers and stuff. Yes,
all the above, actually, all the above. All of them deserve massive credit, but it's not just them. There's also the factor of the ones who are actually at test sites as well. And when I say test sites, we are talking about the ones who are having to put themselves in danger because they're having to either assist with actually helping people with the test themselves, or even just keeping people secure and safe on test sites. So be it either a tester or even security and everything, and all the above, be it from shelf stackers, porters, anyone who's either worked on at the NHS, all the above. We are talking the ones who are going above and beyond and are not getting the recognition for their credit and duty.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's considering that I am one of them.
Yeah,
as am
exactly.
I. Yeah, so I think the heavens are going to have to align one more time because we agree again, Irvine.
It needs to, especially because what makes it even worse is with a certain group of them, some of them don't get recognised and even have certain other people not even paying any respect to them, which is not. It's not right. It's not fair. It's not kosher. It's basically the fact is they are working above and beyond. They are working their rear ends off to make sure that the country is still ongoing. No, not just the country, the whole damn fucking world.
Well, because obviously I've got more than one key worker in my family. My dad's a key worker. He's a wagon driver. My mum's a social worker.
As much as
I'm working in a hospital. It just, the list is endless, and I see everything. The truck drivers keep the shelves full.
Stocked.
Well, they provide the food and they provide the drinks, what have you, milk, eggs, you name it. They provide the markets and everything to fill up the shelves. You got the shelf stackers. Without them, you wouldn't have any food on the shelves.
Yeah.
It's just like being in a hospital. You've got somebody who's COVID-19 positive. They're going from one ward to another, and that one particular ward hasn't got the equipment to deal with COVID, especially if it's a serious case.
Yeah.
But the other ward has. Without a porter, you wouldn't have them going from A to B. And, the list goes on and on and on. You've got the smaller people that keep things running for the people who are in charge. And the people in charge just don't seem to have any respect.
They basically take it very much for granted.
Yeah, we are.
And it might not even be the people in charge as well. It's just someone not is just overlooking them, which is unfortunate because they shouldn't.
But they would be the first ones that would expect treatment if something was to go wrong.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting. But anyway, I digress. So, all the key workers throughout the whole of the world. Where even if you're sitting at home and you've got to work from home, but you're still a key worker.
Case in point.
Case in point.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We all have jobs outside of the Burning Truth.
Yeah.
And outside of wrestling.
But the funny thing about it is, with this shout out isn't one of them ones where it's like, oh, you're giving yourself a pat on the back. No,
well, you know something. Actually, I'll disagree with you there. I am giving myself a pat on the back.
No, you should.
I'm also, by giving myself a pat on the back, I'm giving you two a pat on the back. By giving you two a pat on the back, I'm giving everybody who's a key worker a pat on the back.
A little bit. Yes. We're basically saying, yes, we are included in this communal pat on the back of all key workers because we are part of it.
Yes. Exactly. Thank you. See, we agree again. Oh my God, I'm going to get this taste out of my mouth.
Anyway, the point being is the fact of we're not just doing this because to stroke our own egos. We're doing this because at this moment in time we should be all standing together and helping each other out in such a globally recognized
at a time
situation.
When, let's face it, all the help we can give to each other is needed more than ever.
Yeah.
So shout out to all the key workers is the theme here, whatever form that takes.
Key worker power.
Yes,
and
quite right.
It should go on. It should not go unrecognised. It definitely should not, because the fact is, if it wasn't for these key workers, like we've already stated, things wouldn't be running as smoothly, and certain other people might be even in a even worse situation, and I'm saying this, being somebody who's actually had COVID, who had to go to who didn't know he had COVID until I went to a test site to be tested, and believe me when I say this, from arriving to it and everything, they treated me with utmost respect from the get-go.
Which is a testament to how awesome they are, despite how overwhelmed they might be by the situation.
Correct. And anyone who is disrespecting them, once again, I am calling upon the number one rule.
That one, yeah. Don't be a dick.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Seriously.
Get the filth out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I nearly went there, but no. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Don't be a Chianti.
Don't be a massive Chianti.
Pretty much. But anyway.
Do not. Yeah, I wonder if we can lobby Progress to adopt that as their new number one rule.
Yeah, pretty much. The funny thing about it is a rule that should. It's not just the fact of it shouldn't just be in progress. It should be one in general life. No,
but I meant a changing of the wording from dick to our Lord and Saviour's catchphrase.
What?
Oh, never mind.
No. Anyway. No. Anyway, let's just continue on and let's just discuss a topic for next week, shall we?
Before we do the plugs and wrap up for this week, yes, let's do that as briefly as we can.
Next week, it's in as it will be so close to the Royal Rumble, and we'll most likely have our predictions out before next week. Yeah. Because, goddamn, we're not doing it on the episode.
No, we've learned our lesson the hard way from that. We're not doing that.
Yeah, pretty much. What I'm interested to find out is, there's one thing that we can't fit into our predictions that we can discuss on the podcast or on the broadcast.
And I think I know what that is. No, not that. I think you're about to say people who might make a surprise return in the Royal Rumble match.
Or a shock entrance, basically someone who you never thought would be there, or who knows?
For example, I know that's unlikely in the current scenario because they can't travel, but let's say an NXT UK competitor or a legend who we thought would never appear in a ring again, or, you know, a celebrity who might not have anything to do with wrestling but might fancy, you know, a bit of a, whatever you'd call the exposure,
a bit
of
of a
appearing in
chance.
the Royal Rumble.
A bit of a chance, a bit of publicity.
Yes, it could be any of those, and we're going to discuss, I think, who we think might appear, who we'd like to appear, things like that next week.
Yeah, generally.
Which sounds fine to me.
It sounds all good.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
So with that said,
straight to the plugs, which is I'm going to be doing a bit of a self plug here, which is for UKWA, also known as UK Wrestling Alliance. We recommend you check out charitable organisations like Changes for Health and Wellbeing, Change of Recovery Radio, Mind and Message for Mind, Donald Louise Hospice Care for Children and Young People, and of course the lighter side of professional wrestling, be it Botchamania. You're welcome, Matthew. WrestleCraft.
Nice one, R.D. Reynolds.
Anybody else?
And possibly Blade Braxton as well.
There you go. And of course also OSW Review. There is usually some additional links that we've actually got which are on the website, but please understand we cannot be held responsible for the external links as well. Nope. We of course also recommend you check out your local wrestling promotions. Some case and examples. Would you care to mention a few, lads?
What? Local wrestling promotions such as Academy Pro Wrestling, Wolf Run Pro Wrestling, Progress Wrestling, Falling Star Wrestling, Future Shock Wrestling, GPW, which I believe stands for Grand Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling. What are they called? That lot. No. I can't think of the name of the one. Barracks Pro Wrestling. That's the one.
The Barracks Wrestling Academy you're referring to.
That is the one I'm trying to refer to, yes.
Future Championship Wrestling, United Wrestling, you said Future Shock Academy, and Falling Star, and also Venom Wrestling Wrestling Federation. And in case we've actually missed any off,
then you can find your local wrestling promotion on the free Babyface Wrestling app.
Pretty much.
You can also find and follow wrestlers, which is including a Mr. Matt Burns, if you are that way inclined.
And who knows, there could even be some extra ones on there in the future. Who knows?
Who knows, indeed.
But anyway, the point being is, Irvine, is there any wrestling promotions you'd like to give a shout out to?
I don't think you want me to.
Moving swiftly on.
Moving on. And let's just go to the Burning Truth website, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com. And what can we do on there?
You can listen live, listen to past episodes, read the blog, and possibly find all the links that were just mentioned.
There's one more thing that you missed off as well.
I know, but I didn't want to steal all of the thunder. I wanted to leave one bit for you.
And it's not for me. I'm going to have to refer this to Irvine if he remembers it.
Okay, you've caught me on a short leash here. What's going on?
Yeah, you're going to have to say it. He can't remember.
Think, think of anything that you could potentially wear.
Hold on a moment. Hold on. Could you also potentially make a beverage in something on there?
Yes, you could, potentially.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do, right, is I want you to buy my fucking merch.
I think we should possibly link this into the fact that you can find all of us outside of this podcast on the social media app TikTok, #merch link in bio.
Anyway,
Yay!
I believe what my colleague was trying to say, buy our merch to basically support us if you want to in any way, shape, or form.
And if anyone's got any ideas for any merch that I can do, because I've yet to come up with any, it's all them two, then, get in touch via the social media, let me know, because I feel like I'm missing out.
We're popular! Sorry, I had to.
Shut the fuck up!
Anyway, no, it's not a popularity contest. Generally, correct. Any idea, if anyone's got any ideas you want to throw out to the Burning Truth, we always have an ear open, so do send it over. You can find us, you can either approach us across our social media, which we are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and of course, TikTok. You can also get in touch with it through to get in touch with us through the website, which I believe we've had some people do that in the past, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
And we are all also, as I stated, on. Did you say TikTok?
Yes, I did.
Because if you are and you want to get in touch with us through that, also please follow us. We could all do with a follow. Well, no, Matt Burns couldn't. He's got plenty. But myself and Irvine could really do with the followers.
Sure, off. I haven't got. I haven't got. I haven't got plenty.
Essentially, here's an ulterior motive for why I'm doing this as well. Help us and get your friends to follow us, because if you can get us all to over 1,000 followers each, we can take it in turns to live stream the broadcast on TikTok as well.
Oh yeah.
So there you go.
Wow.
There's a goal for the future.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
Yes.
But
Neither
anyway,
of us, myself and Irvine, are anywhere near that yet, and Mr. Burns is a little way away. So please support and follow us in that way.
I'm about halfway.
Yeah.
I'm trying. But anyway, with that, you can also listen to our past episodes, not only on the website, but you can also do it through Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes,
Here we go.
Deezer, and
Google Podcasts.
Google.
and of course also Amazon Music.
Yeah.
And many other external sources.
Anybody else notice that Matt Burns is like Glenn Quagmire when it comes to Google?
I would have said more
No,
of the
but
Granville.
now you've said it, it's obvious.
I would say it's more Granville than Quagmire.
Yeah,
Even
but
though-
you think about it though, not everybody, not all of our listeners will be familiar with Granville.
Yeah.
Says the guy
And it's
who
not
does
even
Quagmire's
Granville.
voice.
Grenville.
It's Arkwright.
Granville actually does it in the up-to-date version. So
What?
shove off.
What, you mean the
One
horrible,
episode.
standing on a tower 50 feet above, pissing on the legacy of Open All Hours modern remake that sucks and no one should watch?
Which is called still
JB,
Open
guess
All
what?
Hours.
Guess what? We just agreed again.
Jesus, what is wrong with the world today?
Anyway,
Fuck's sake.
let us continue on and move on. So in actual fact, we were all right in what we were saying. Let's get to the best part. Well, one of the parts that is most
The best part?
important.
What, the end?
No,
Sorry,
it's not the
couldn't
best
resist.
part. One of the most important parts that we feel as though it's important to each other, if I'm not mistaken. Which is
So,
mental health.
mental health matters.
Yes. Any messages you want to throw out there?
Yes, I do, actually, yes.
Go on then.
Floor is
After
yours,
you.
Irvine.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, what I am about to say is something that is quite close to home for me. It's regarding mental health.
Yeah.
It is okay to not be okay. Put your trust in a friend, talk to somebody, and your brain will end up being on the mend.
Correct.
No, could not. I can't disagree on that, because the scary thing about it is asking for help is never a weakness, and
it's not.
It isn't.
It's absolutely not. It's crucial. If you in any way think you need it, you definitely do. So just do it.
If you feel like you've got nobody to talk to, then message somebody like myself or Matt Burns or JB.
Yeah.
By all means, we'll listen. We'll talk to you. We've got no problem. We may not get back to you straight away, but believe us, we'll
be
do it
there.
for you.
We will be there. And there are many other services, such as, I believe there's a mental health text service that you can use. There's the Samaritans. There's plenty of other people who are there to speak to you when you need them.
And obviously, you've got all your mental health chats in the US and in Europe.
And many other locations.
Many other locations around the world. I'm not 100% on the others. Because
well, essentially, wherever you are in the world, there will be an equivalent that will be there when you need
exactly.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe in one of the blog posts we've actually covered some of the contact numbers only for the UK.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. which is on the blog. But genuinely, all I will say is, don't be afraid to ask for help. It is never a weakness. And on top of that, I also want to put across, never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits. And that is a quote from, and this is from from Cultaholic, on YouTube, from Tom Campbell, who I actually know from the wrestling industry because he has been involved of it. Great all-round guy, massively positive, and the fact that he threw that message out, it's something that's stuck in my head ever since he said it.
Fair enough.
Yep.
And two more, which is make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish, it's necessary. If there's anything you can be in this world at this moment, more importantly, at this moment in time, please be more kind.
Indeed. Because, to quote the great singer-songwriter Frank Turner, in a world that's decided it's determined to lose its mind, be more kind, my friends. Be more kind.
And as the last mental health message, one that got introduced last week, and it's something I'm surprised it's not been involved sooner on this broadcast, or part of the Burning Truth, which is be excellent to each other.
Indeed.
And with all of that has been this week. So we recommend you to all stay well, stay safe, and until the next episode, give a call to a friend, a colleague, or someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Just reach out and, just see how they are. And we usually say check out your local wrestling, but check out your local wrestling promotions on their social media.
Here's an idea as well. If you can afford to do it, check out your local wrestlers and promotions and buy some merch. Support them that way.
Yeah.
Buy their merch.
But anyway, that aside, that's it for this week on The Burning Truth. I've been Matt Baines.
I've been John Bloor.
And I've been sweet little hood. I've been Elmo.
Also known as James Irvine.
1, 2,
No, we're not going there. No.
And since everyone seemed to like it when I did it last week, on that bombshell, it's time to end the show. Until next time, go away.
It has been emotional. Brian, anyone say?
It has been emotional. It's been so emotional that I wish to go to sleep.
It's been emotional. Until then, catch you later.
Good night.
Bye-bye then.